Back with another video. Today we are talking about run your own race. I think obviously growing up, due to how I was raised, not necessarily by my parents, but the events I went through, I became very competitive, and I've always had an ego, and I always compared myself to my successes and my wins and losses, and that turned me into what I like to believe played part of me being not necessarily a bad person, but a bad person. The reason why I say that is because I could never celebrate somebody else's wins. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of annoying now looking back that I used to be jealous when somebody else was doing better than me, and I think it's normal human emotion. However, in a way that could be stopping you from greatness, like you taking the time to stop and be like, oh my gosh, this person is doing this person is doing that. So then that would either cause you to focus on what they got going on, make you stop because you're like, man, I can't beat them, or make you pivot. For example, if your thing was starting a business around social media, but you see your friend over here is doing fitness, you might be like, man, they're making this much money in fitness. They can't be making more money than me. Let me pivot and let me start doing e-commerce or drop shipping. And then, very similar to what Alex Hormozi says, every time you restart, you're making the time it would take for you to be successful increase. Like every time you restart. So think if it takes you an hour, or not an hour, a year to start a business fully and actually start break 5 figures, every few months you're stopping, you're restarting and doing something new. So now that time is increasing by tenfold. So if you restarted 5 times within a year, then now what could have taken 1 year takes 2 or 3 years. So I think the message is definitely be mindful and just run your own race. Like I said, my mom used to tell me that all the time. I don't think I got it until really this year, more so a few months ago, since I started posting content, doing my own thing. Of course, people might be doing better than me, but I don't think people understand the time they put in. People who become overnight successes, or people who seem so talented, they've been putting time and effort in their craft for years. And I know a few people like that, actually. So it's pretty cool to know that I knew when they first started, and now I see what they're doing now, and they are doing good, and they're doing great and doing their own thing. So I think it's just a good practice to be mindful that you're running your own race. You're only a month, 2 months, 3 months, hell, maybe just a year in. And if you keep going, you're soon going to become a master in your craft. And I think that's going to reflect in the accolades and in the monetary value that you may receive sometime in the future. So don't worry about somebody else's. Don't be jealous. I would say be thankful and grateful, because it shows you that if another person can succeed at their craft, granted it might not be yours, but it could be something super niche, or it could be something oversaturated. Both cases seem very unlikely. If something's super niche, that means it has the potential, in theory, not to succeed because it's so very specific. Or if something overly saturated and they still succeeded, that shows you that just because everyone's doing it, they were able to do it, which means you can also join that oversaturated market and succeed too. It's all about hard work, dedication, consistency, just ability to start and keeping your head down and not really worry about what everybody else got going on. Just worry about what you got going on, because every time you take time to focus on them or what they're doing, you're wasting time and you're taking time and attention off of your thing. So be grateful for where you are, and cheers to those who are winning, and be happy for them like you would be happy for yourself when you win. That's it. Thank you.